Is that beeping on your end?
Yeah, but I can't make it stop because it's my Facebook.
Okay, so is that beeping on your end?
Oh. Yeah, but I can't make it stop because it's my Facebook.
Wait. Great. Okay, so hold on.
Yeah, but I can't make it stop.
Wait. Great. Okay, so
I think you got it.
okay, are we good?
I think.
You guys, why does this always happen to me? Seriously. Technical issues. All right, so I want to start the call, and the reason why we're on 15 minutes early is because obviously there's a ton of buzz around To Be Mindset, and it's launching this week. And there has been one photo that has been dominating my news feed for like a week now, and probably most of yours as well. It looks a little bit like this. Let me see if I can get it on there. And this gorgeous, ripped up woman on the right-hand side happens to be our very own Becka Robinson. And I know that I remember last time with, I was telling her before the call, like Brittany Leggett with 80 Day Obsession, it was just everywhere, you know, you couldn't not see Brittany's photo. And Becka has become that of To Be Mindset. So I'm like, okay, I have questions. I have things that I want to learn about To Be Mindset before it comes out or as it comes out. And I want to hear it straight from the person who is, you know, the graduate who's already been through the program, had it successfully change her body, but even more so from what I've seen you post and what you shared with me before the call, just mindset-wise, on the title, you've had a huge shift. And so I wanted you to be able to come on, share a little bit about your journey previously, and then kind of what the difference maker has been with this program.
Yeah, perfect. Can you hear me good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hi, guys. I'm Becka. For those of you guys who don't already know who I am, I've been a coach for 4.5 years. And that's when my wellness story started, was 4.5 years ago. When I signed up to be a coach, I literally did it at the very beginning of my health journey. I was about a year postpartum, but still really struggling. I had just been diagnosed with an autoimmune disease called Hashimoto's, and I was like in a postpartum body, and I just did not know how to get myself together. And I found Beachbody, and I got started, and about a year and a half in, between a year and a half and 2 years, I actually hit a 70-pound weight loss milestone, which was so exciting for me. But I did it just out of sheer determination. And why am I telling you guys this if it's supposed to be about To Be Mindset? It's because the way that I did that 70 pounds was probably like the same way that a lot of you guys have lost weight and a lot of your challengers and clients have lost weight, which is by like just muscling your way through, following a really strict plan, doing these really intense but wonderful workouts. And I struggled with something that then a lot of people struggle with, which is after I hit that weight loss milestone and I was kind of like at the goal that I'd always set for myself, oh, Lindsay, I can't see you anymore. Okay? I hope that's okay.
You're good.
You're good. I basically lost and regained the same 15 to 20 pounds for the next 2 years of my story, which brings me now. And so what would happen was every time Beachbody would release a new program, I would lose the same 15 to 20 pounds because I would really commit to it and do the whole plan and follow through. And then once it was over, I would slowly, or sometimes even quickly, gain it back. And now I can see that the reason was because I was just doing that weight loss through sheer determination, which is incredible. There's nothing wrong with that. But I wasn't fixing the problems that were underneath. It was almost like those programs and those meal plans were a Band-Aid, and they were working great, but I hadn't actually changed anything about my mindset. So the program ended. I was left to just go back to who I was, which was someone who had a really unhealthy relationship to food, someone who ate their feelings, someone who had a really unhealthy relationship to the scale and to even weight loss in general. So I had a lot of my self-worth wrapped up in it. And it was not outside of those programs, I was not in a very healthy place, and my body reflected it, because when I didn't have a plan to follow anymore, I floundered. I didn't know what to do. And when I joined the test group, my test group started 3 days before Thanksgiving, which was really mean. But anyway, and the echo through the test group from the coaches in there was all like almost in unison, that a lot of us struggled with the same thing. We had a really good success in the beginning with a program, and then we yo-yoed and yo-yoed. And as we started telling our stories, we realized how similar they all were. And so with 2B Mindset, like, yeah, someone that I wanted to lose, but the coolest part of it was that I was not on a diet. I was not doing insane workouts, and I wasn't muscling my way through it like I had in the past. I have been telling people that for the first time, probably since I was 15 years old, I don't feel like I'm on a diet. This is just how I live my life now. And it's something I've always been jealous of other women and girls that just seem to kind of naturally be able to eat food and go about their life and like stay on track. And I never felt like I had that. But now I feel like I have that. I learned these principles and I did the work on myself to get to the root of my relationship with the scale and kind of reprogram it, my relationship with emotional eating, and figure out, you know, all those different triggers that Alana is going to help everybody learn and work through, so that I could make decisions for myself that are in alignment with my goals instead of constantly self-sabotaging them. I don't know if anybody else has that happen. And I think that that's the biggest gift of 2B Mindset. It's not the weight loss, which is inevitably going to happen for so many people. It's not the health increase that's inevitably going to happen for so many people. It's the gift of figuring yourself out and then having that forever. Like, once you've learned how to do this, that's something no one can take away from you. It's not a program that ends and then you go back to who you were before. It's just who you are, and that is how it's going to be from that moment forward. You're just going to have that, and it's such a gift, which is why if you've been following anything I've been sharing, I've been saying, like, I'm so excited to give this gift to everybody on Wednesday. I'm so excited to give this gift to everybody on Wednesday, because that's how I feel. I feel like I was given a gift, because now I just have this as my lifestyle. I'm never going back to another diet. I'm never, you know, going back to anything else. This is just me. This is how I live now.
So when it comes to obviously starting people out, how fast did things click in for you? Like, when you're doing the program, how fast did the shift start to take place where you're like, whoa, this is where the real issue is all along?
Yeah, that's a really good question, and one I really like to talk about, because this program is so different from all of our other programs. And for a lot of people, the weight loss is going to be slower and steadier than our other programs. And I think we as coaches need to understand that going in, so we're okay with it, and so we can help our customers be okay with it and not see it as a failure. Because we've gotten so used to these programs that they give these killer results, and it's like we're seeing these success stories like so-and-so lost 20 pounds in the first month of this new program, and so-and-so lost this. And while that's great, it is harder for that to be a sustainable loss over time, which is why so many of us get in this position. Whereas with 2B Mindset, a lot of us lost slower and more steadily. So like I said, I started at Thanksgiving, and now I'm here, and I've lost 16 pounds in that time frame, which to me is a giant victory. But I know to someone else, they could be like, well, I saw someone lose 16 pounds in 1 month of this other program. Yeah, I've lost 16 pounds in a month of another program, but I put all of it back on before too. This time, it's gone. It hasn't come back on. And our test group was through Thanksgiving, my birthday, Christmas, New Year's, traveling with kids on a road trip, an all-inclusive resort in Mexico, birthdays, date nights, life, like just life, you know? Like, because it's always going to be happening around us. We can't always be on, you know, something that's super, super regimented. And while those things have their time and place, like, we also need something for all the times of life. And that's exactly what this is. So for me, I lost some weight right away in the beginning, which I think will happen for a lot of people, because anytime you make a shift, that tends to happen, you know? And then my weight loss kind of stalled out over Christmas and New Year's, which was still okay with me because historically I always gain weight in that time. And then really started to pick up around like the end of my second month and beginning of my third month, which when we started the test group, Alana told us, like, historically, it's not uncommon for my clients to lose more weight in their second, third, fourth, fifth month of 2B than in their first couple months. In my head, I was like, that's bogus. Like, everybody always loses fast in the beginning. At least that was my experience, and then hits a plateau and stalls out, right? Like, that was what I had always experienced. And so when it started happening to me, I was like, oh my gosh, she was right. She's telling the truth, because it started to really pick up the last month and a half, 2 months. But that's how 2B mindset is. It's a lot of figuring yourself out. It's a lot of figuring out what works for your body and your schedule and your family and your life. What foods do you like to eat? What meals do you like? What meals make you feel really good after you eat them? You know, all of those kind of things. And so the first month, and maybe even the first month or two, is just a lot of figuring yourself out. And so, you know, you may lose a little bit in the beginning just because you're making some changes to the way that you eat. But you might find that, like me and a lot of other test groupers, you actually really start to pick up speed a couple months in once you like really feel like you're getting into your groove.
So obviously with the launch, if you were somebody who didn't have the ridiculous results that you have already, how would you be positioning this right now to be able to capitalize on the momentum? Because I know yesterday we were talking, you were saying, like, I honestly think this could be as big as 21 Day Fix launch, which for those of you who were around in 2014, that was a very, very good thing. How would you go about it if you weren't already a graduate?
Yeah, that's a really good question, because most people are not graduates of a test group. I would be promoting the heck out of the fact that I was going to join the next test group with Alana, and that I could actually bring everybody in with me. Like, that would probably be my main go-to thing, because Alana is someone who people like pay crazy amounts of money to do what she's going to be doing in that test group for. Like, I don't know if you guys have gone to her website, but she's between $250 and $300 an hour for online coaching, which is basically what she's going to be doing in this coach exclusive challenge group, which is just bonkers that, I mean, everybody who's here is already a coach, so you guys are just going to get that for free. Like, that's just included if you get 2B mindset. And all of your people have that opportunity to work with her in that same way and really learn the program. Like, that's such an amazing opportunity. So I would be sharing, like, we're going to go through this together, and we're going to get to be coached by the brilliant woman that created it, and just get people so excited. I think so many people struggle with yo-yoing and emotional eating, and so many of all of our past challengers. I mean, how many of you guys have challengers that you had from a year ago that are dropped off the face of the earth because, you know, they did one round of 21 Day Fix, and then, you know, in the last year and a half have gained that back? This is a great opportunity to like reconnect with those people and offer them something that could be a real solution for them long term.
So last question, because I'm sure Carl's gonna jump on in a second, but, you know, with a challenge group, this kind of program, working out is, you know, optional, of course, encouraged, but not necessarily a have to. How different does it look like when you're running a challenge group with this versus a typical challenge group? Are there videos that she's already created that you'd be sharing, or what does the day-to-day look like if they're not involved in the coach test group?
Yeah, so Beachbody just put out like a challenge group guide for all of us coaches that is really, really incredible. So for those of you guys who have no idea, you feel like, how am I going to lead anybody through this? You have that at your fingertips, and it's awesome. Me personally, what I'm going to be doing is doing more of like a ongoing kind of group, because 2B mindset doesn't have an end. And after being in the test group, I feel like I can best serve people by having an ongoing community of people where they can stay in it as long as they need to, where it's not 1 month at a time. I'm going to be incorporating parts of what Beachbody put out, but obviously not just posting just that, because that would get boring by the 3rd or 4th month for everybody who's still in there. So what I'm going to be doing is I have basically a community. It's going to be like my ongoing challenge group, or success group, as Alana likes to call them, where every single month we're basically just going to do a restart, and we're going to welcome all the new people. We're going to go over the basics of the program again, and then just keep going. So anybody who's already been in it, it's kind of a time to like come back and realign and research, and we'll just welcome the new people in with them.
Awesome. Well, perfect timing, Carl. So she just went over basics of 2B mindset and just how she would position it as far as getting people in the test group, getting people, if they do go into a regular challenge group, how it would be different from a typical challenge group that we run. So I appreciate you so much, Becca. I have loved seeing your photos all over my Facebook feed, and I'm so, so happy for you and the changes that have been made. Hi, girl. Go pick up your son. Hi, Carl.
Hey, what's going on?
You know, just doing a little team call.
Helping some people. I like the way that sounds.
People, yes. So I was talking to you right before this, and we were saying what I had kind of promised them is that you would give the vision of where Beachbody is going. Obviously, we have like an exciting launch this week. We've got an exciting launch a few weeks after that. So if you were in their shoes as a coach, what would you be doing right now? What would you be focused on?
Probably, well, first off, thanks. Hi. I don't know.
Hi.
Is there more than us?
Who knows? The CEO. Yeah. You just can't see them. They can see you. Don't worry. By the way, if you don't know, I don't know if you just signed up today or not. This is the CEO of Beachbody. I should probably introduce
like, seriously, people are like,
We're on a one-name basis.
Who's the guy in the tiny room? So first off, thanks for having me middle of the day. I guess it's 3 o'clock there. Kids are coming home from school, whatever happens. So, first let me talk about a little bit of the vision. I've had it. I'm in the Westlake office, which is where we do Beachbody on demand and all things digital. And I've been having a bunch of people come into the office and talk about the vision. And they were asking me, what do you think growth can look like? And I said, double every year. And they're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, yeah, right now we're at 1.3 million subscribers in Beachbody on Demand, about 340 something thousand coaches. And we need to be building this thing so that we can expect it to double every year, if not triple. And so their eyes rolled into the back of their heads as they sort of got their mind around that technologically. But the reason I believe that is because there's nothing like what we have anywhere else. While there's plenty of other digital services, people are aware of Daily Burn or what's the biking Peloton or just YouTube out there where you can get free content. And there's a reason where you've got these other options. There's a reason that people gravitate toward this, and that we broke so many records with 80-day obsession, and that something like 2B mindset is capturing people's imaginations as oh wait, that can be a solution too. And that is that we're the first company ever to create a scalable solution to the obesity problem, and particularly lifestyle disease, where 1 in 3 people over the age of 40 is pre-diabetic right now. When anybody being pre-diabetic or being on the verge of type 2 diabetes, that is brought on by nutrition, by lifestyle, basically nutrition and lack of exercise, and so or poor nutrition. So here we have this opportunity where we've combined a solution to this problem, a comprehensive world-class solution with this incredible shake called Shakeology, and nutrition solutions, and accessible exercise that you can do right in your house, options for every type of body type and preference, and combined that just sort of, the expectation that people would want to take better care of themselves, but they obviously don't, because it's free. You could find this information out there elsewhere and cobble together your own program. But by combining it with this idea of peer support and a financial opportunity where people who have very little control over their financial upside from their day job have the opportunity to give themselves a raise every single day. So when I talk to my technology people and I say, this thing's going to double every year. Obviously, I'm a CEO. It's my job to expect it to double and triple every year. But I also think that it can, because the problem affects 300 million people in North America. Wait, what did he just say? 300 million. And I think often in coaching world, we get insular, meaning we're just talking to each other. We're just looking at each other and looking at what we're doing. And if we just turn around and we look at everything else, and particularly because Facebook and Instagram tend to feed us back what we look at, they tend to feed us back ourselves. They feed us back other coaches and other customers. When there's only 1.3 million of us, there's 298 million other of us that are like, I need to find a solution. Summer's coming. I'm on the horizon of bathing suit weather, if I'm not already there, and I got to do something. And they didn't lose the 5 to 15 pounds after New Year's like they expected to, and they need a different solution. And we have this outrageously cost-effective, and those two words matter, cost-effective, this cost-effective solution that instead of people sort of lurching toward that thing that's going to help them just dive bomb to lose 15 to 20 pounds, they've got something that for the long term now is going to help them live a lifestyle so that they're not on the verge of type 2 diabetes, which is going to cost them over $10,000 a year or cost the healthcare system over $10,000 a year. Now they're on the verge of being an inspiration to friends and family and their kids. Instead of them working out at a gym, out of the view of their kids, they're doing it in their living rooms and in their basements. And the kids are walking around and climbing on them while they're doing push-ups and they're laughing. And that's all a part of it. That is regular fitness. What we used to think is regular fitness happens over there in that box that I spend $50 a month for. No, regular fitness happens as a daily behavior right in our basements and our living rooms. And the family together makes food choices and tries to understand how can we cook in a different way that will feed us and you kids in a different way that doesn't have to be about bribing you with food or rewarding you with sweets, that we can look at food differently. It's a process, but again, the vision for this is literally, I've been in this business 20 years now, or coming on 20 years. And we've been running the network for a little over 10 years. And it's just coming together, particularly under this digital umbrella now that gives us the ability to really come together as a community. So if I were a person who could be a coach, I wouldn't be able to sleep. I can hardly sleep anyway, just because I'm so excited by what we're doing. But you wouldn't be able to stop me. I would be doing some fundamental things that are scary to some people, but people need to get over that, because if you want opportunity, I've never met a CEO in any walk of life, running any company, much less a CEO of that could be a stay-at-home mom working 2 or 3 hours a day to try to create some productivity. I've never met a CEO who wasn't willing to work their butt off if they expected a real productive outcome. So there's got to be an assumption there that there is no easy here, and you're gonna need to get out of your comfort zone, and you're going to need to be visible about what you do in this particular choice of the business. So if I were a coach, first off, I'd be killing it, because I would be on Instagram stories and I'd be on Facebook Live, and I would be in front of people with 5 very basic approaches to communication, with the goal, and these are all basically the vital behaviors in action. First one being, be proof the product works, or be product of the product. And so on Instagram stories every day, and I would have it on my calendar every day, I'm going to show that I'm drinking my shake. 365er, represent. It can just be a still, but it's going to be in Instagram stories. And for anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about here, just so we're all talking the same thing, Instagram stories are these little dots up at the top. That's where the game is being played right now. And these still matter, if people are casually viewing, but these stories are that's where people are going to meet you, not just see little pictures of your dogs or even video from your workouts. that's where they're going to meet you. So I would be in Instagram stories every day, not even necessarily Instagram live, but Instagram stories. And I'd be posting a picture or video of my shake every day. I'd be posting at least 3 15-second segments of my exercise routine every day, even if it was just walking or stretching or a more intense workout. I would be posting some, and by the way, that exercise thing, it's funny. I don't know why people are so fascinated by it. Like, I've seen a difference in what we call the increasers, people whose coach income is going up versus people whose coach income is going down. And the increasers are definitely proof that by showing video of yourself doing a workout, you're going to get more attention, okay? So while we're being proof the product works, I'm switching fingers a lot. These are the vital behaviors right now. Be proof the product works. Invite. So an invitation starts with attracting people. You need to attract people to your story, to what you're doing, or to you. So something about watching people work out. Maybe they just are creepers and they just want to see what's going on. I don't know, but it's more important than looking at dumbbells at your feet and loops that, hey, I'm going to do my workout. No, they want to see that you're doing it. So just 3 little segments from that. So what is it? Shake, fitness, and then something that shows that you're being conscious about what you eat. For me, or for anybody, that could be like, I used to eat an entire pizza, and now I'll have 2 slices of the pizza. I can still eat pizza, but I'll have 2 slices. And that is consciousness. And by representing that, people are like, oh, this guy is really serious about this, and he still gets to eat food he loves. And this approach to health and fitness is holistic. It's not just workouts. It's also about nutrition. So they see that I've got these 3 things. Okay. Every day I would post that. So if you want to be a coach, even in your part-time, I'm talking about right there, that is about, now there's prep for the shake and all that kind of stuff, but that's about a minute of Instagram time that I'm talking about right there, to Instagram stories. And so I would make sure that I do that every single day. And by the way, if you're one of these coaches who's like, well, I drink my shake most days, but I really don't like to clean the blender. Let's get over that for a second, okay? Because the blender is like, all right, I don't know how many people sanitize their toothbrush every day. You brush your teeth and you put it back in a little cup. You can rinse the blender because you're going to use it again tomorrow. You just rinse it out really good. You don't have to go through the whole cleaning thing if that's a problem for you. But drink your shake every day and then just rinse the blender and then wash it a couple times a week, okay? So we're good about the blender? All right, so anyway, so you show your shake, you do your fitness, you show a bit about your nutrition. It could be, look, I'm having a salad. I learned this from Fixate, or I learned it from the 2B mindset. And then the 4th thing is just something about your lifestyle. Lindsay, you're a master at this, whether it's eyelashes or baby time or photo sessions or whatever it is, we get to know you from what you post on your Instagram. And then 5th, and this was the difficult one, and the one I think that people are most hesitant to do, is an invitation. So right here, all these things attracted people to me. So I gave them something to watch. I didn't have to produce a whole reality show. I just did these 4 little things. My shake, my workouts, my nutrition, and a little bit of something about my life. Just 15 seconds. I'm in the car wash. I take my kid to karate class, whatever, something. That's what you do. That's what I would do as a coach. And then the invitation. So I would go up here. Now, each one of these things, all it required was, see right there, is the little camera. That's what you're doing to put these Instagram stories. That little guy, okay? So I put the little camera, and then look, I'm looking at myself, and I say, and I hold down this button right here. Okay, can you see that little button? No, there's the button. All right. So you hold down the little button and you go, hey, this is Carl. You've seen me do my workouts. You've seen me do my nutrition. And now I'd like to invite the next 3 people to join my challenge group that I'm starting on May 2nd. So that's what I would do. And or May 14th or whatever it is. Now, one of the fundamentals that I'm talking about here is always be inviting to a challenge group, which means now this can be an ongoing challenge group that you can invite people to. But again, in the behaviors of our increasers, and our increasers are part-time coaches whose income was going up when other coaches were going down last year. They were always inviting to, they always had a challenge group that they were inviting to, okay? So what are the rules that we just set up? Let me just repeat them. Always inviting to a challenge group. Every day I'm on Instagram stories with these 5 topics: shake, fitness, nutrition, a little bit about myself, and an invitation. You saw me do an invitation, a little, hold the button down. I talk to them. It's not just graphics. Hey, join my next group. It's a human being. I didn't put bunny ears on. I wasn't a chipmunk. I didn't even have a tiara. I could have, but you don't need to. You just need to be a real person. And here's the thing. Here's why I know people are resistant to do it. And I'm going to say that, let's say we go for another 14 minutes or so. I'm challenging you at 4 o'clock Eastern time to put up an invitation on your Instagram stories. Everybody on here, just do it. And I did this little exercise at Success Club where I asked everybody in the room during my presentation at the beginning of it. I said, stand up if you're a Beachbody. And maybe 5% of the room stood up. And then I asked them to sit down. And then I said, okay, let's go through another test. Let's see if we can check these 3 boxes. Do you drink your shake every day? Or try to? Are you more consistent with exercise than you used to be? And are you making conscious food choices? If you check those 3 boxes, stand up. Just about everybody in the room stood up. There is no difference between those 2 questions. Somehow, us making up this word of beach and body, which is not a word, it's a made-up company name, turned into this thing that people judge themselves against as being an ideal when it's not. The ideal is that you're in the process of drinking the shake, doing your fitness, and eating better. That's a Beachbody. I don't care if you've got 150 pounds to lose and you're on day 1. You're a Beachbody. And if you share that with people, if you're vulnerable and transparent, you're a hero, because there's other people with 150 pounds to lose or 50 pounds to lose who are watching you going, gosh, I wish I had the guts to do that. And then at the end of the day, when you hold up that phone, it gives me shivers to think about it, and you push that little camera and you invite and you go, I know you saw me do my workouts today, and I'd like you to be one of the next 3 people to join my challenge group. So send me a message. Heroic. Absolute heroic work. Now, let's say I'm going to walk you through a couple steps here, and I hope it's okay that I'm just sort of monopolizing things. So what a lot of people don't know is when they put up an Instagram story, they might be like, yeah, I do that. You know, I put up Instagram stories, but nobody ever responds to them. And so let me show you something. So you put up your Instagram story, you do invites and nobody responds to you, but you wonder, did anybody see it? Like maybe you've got, you've got 40, 30 people who are your who are followers. So you can basically click on your story. So you click on your face. There I am. Now what you do is swipe up. Okay, did you see that? Did a little swipe up. So I'll go back down. Whoops. Wait, hold on. So you go to your story and you swipe up on it, and you can see who saw it. So they saw that you did an invite, and then so you don't leave it at that. This is a way for you to actually invite them. So I got, let's go to Diana here. I've got a coach call with her in the UK later. So I go to Diana, but let's say she's not a coach. And so there I would get her thing, and I would hit a little message. Hi, Diana. I noticed you saw my invitation. My goal is to lose 10 pounds in the next 30 days. Do you have a goal? Question mark. Send. Okay. So I just invited her because I knew that she saw me. And so let's go through some math for a second, because I'm going to give you math that's going to blow your mind. Let's say only 10 people saw my little spiel there. 10 people. So I send out 10 invites. I can copy and paste, just change the name. Hi, Diana. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Brigida. Hi, John. Hi, Phil. So send each one their own little on Instagram. Let's say one of them unfollows me. There goes one. I don't care anyway. I'm working this as a business. So I got 9 left. 5 of those 9 don't reply at all. They're just creeping me. That's fine. That's okay. But I got 4 left. 4 sent me a message back saying, a couple said, thanks, but no thanks. I don't have a goal. And a couple said, yeah, I actually like to lose some weight, but I'm not sure about joining your group. Whatever. It's tepid, very passive response, but I've got a conversation going. Let's say that out of those 10, I can get just 2 conversations going. Remember, there's 300 million people who are overweight or obese in the world, in North America, sorry, 2 billion in the world. And those 2 people, if I can find out what their goal is, because summer's coming, I guarantee you they have a goal, but I shared my goal with them first so that they would understand that I'm vulnerable too. They might have a weight gain goal, muscle goal, swimsuit goal, health goal, energy goal, whatever it's going to be. So I get this conversation going back and forth, and then I say, can I send you some information on what program we're going to start so that you have more information about my challenge group? If they say yes, and again, I'm just taking this hypothetical of the 10 people that I worked it down to 2 active conversations, I send those 2 people a share a cart. If you don't know how to share a cart, Lindsay will show you, or she's going to point you to a resource that will show you how to use Share a Cart, because it's a new resource that we have in the new e-commerce platform that launched in December, and it's going to blow your mind because 55% of the people who get a Share a Cart actually convert to customers or coaches. Wait a minute. What did he just say? 55%. We've had over 40,000 people use Share a Cart, and the statistics are holding. That means, remember, I'm just talking about this one Instagram story invite that you're going to do in 8 minutes. And you're going to pick up your phone and you're going to do it. And if you can get 10 conversations going and whittle it down to 2 where you actually get their goal so that you can send them a Share a Cart, the odds are that one of those 2 will actually buy. Now, statistics are funny. They're not absolute, which means this works its way out statistically over time. But imagine if you did this every day, okay? Imagine you started 2 conversations so you could send out 2 Share a Carts a day. Now, they can't be cold calls. You're not spamming people with a Share a Cart, but you get their email address or you copy the little link. We show you how to copy the link, and then you can just text it to them or send it to them in Messenger. But over the course of time, if you did that every day, that would be 7 customers a week. Like people helping people. Now, the reason when I said I was looking for 3 people to join my challenge group was, first off, you're part-time. I'm not expecting you to run groups of 30 people. Second, I want people to feel like they're going to be able to connect with you. Like this isn't some cattle call where you're just trying to sweep the table of sales. I want to know that I'm going to be able to create a relationship with you. Now, again, the original question for those who just tuned in is, Carl, what's your vision and what would you do if you were a coach? First off, my vision is I'm going to double this every year. And second off, this is how I would work it. So I would work it on Instagram stories, posting every day, my Shakeology, my nutrition, my fitness, a little bit of something about my life, and a video invitation on Instagram stories. Those things happen on Instagram stories every day. Not the little squares. I would still do them, but it's Instagram stories is where it is. And I'm going to tell you about, like, there's a bonus at the end of all this that will blow your mind. Okay, but let's just talk business for a second. But the bonus is going to blow your mind. Okay, so I sent out these 2 Share a Carts. I do it every single day while I'm having conversations because I did that little thing. I'm going to demonstrate it over and over until you get it. Okay, so go in. So I looked at my little story there. Sweep up. There's all the people that saw me. Now, I happen to have a lot because I got a lot of followers, but let's say you just got a few. So you get 10 people that follow you. That's who you send a message to. When you click on them, it gives you the ability to send them a message by going to their page and then start a conversation, hopefully send them a Share a Cart. And then 50% of the time, people will join my group. Then you're joining a group. That's why you're always inviting to a challenge group. And then you run that group and you follow up with the other person who you sent the Share a Cart to. Oh, but I know what you're thinking. Carl, this isn't going to be this easy. I'm going to send this Share a Cart to people and I know what they're going to do. They're going to send me a message back and they're going to go, that seems kind of expensive for a shake. And you're going to go, gee. Cold sweat. What do I do? The price objection. As of this moment forward, you are no longer allowed to seize up or have that cold sweat reaction to the price objection, because we know, you and I know, it's worth it. We believe it's worth it because it's enhancing our lives, and we're the ones who are helping people really get results versus selling them an expensive bike or a gym membership they can't get out of, or being a personal trainer that's going to count push-ups as they do them for $50 an hour. We're going to do this we're going to solve the nutrition problem. We're going to feed their bodies well for less than a price of an expensive latte or a heavy sugar juice that they can go buy at the store. We're going to give them access to more fitness, more convenient. That's also going to enhance their whole family because they're going to see this is an important thing. And the closer to it all, first off, by the way, I want to say, when somebody gives you that price objection, here's why you're not going to break into a cold sweat. You're going to go, oh, thank you. That is great news, because now you know they're interested. If they weren't interested, they wouldn't have even responded. They wouldn't be even having a conversation. So the first thing you do on the price objection is you say, is that really the only thing standing in between you and joining my group? You want to isolate that. Because first off, what you might find is that's not really the thing standing in the way. But if it is, then you can proceed on that basis. And once you talk to them, not just messages that they can read, not emails, because they need to be able to hear your enthusiasm about this. So whether you're recording voice messages, which is not my favorite thing, but I guess people do it. It's a little bit less intimidating, but I'd suggest, hey, let me jump on the phone with you really quick so that they can hear that you believe in this. Because here's the most beautiful thing about the whole deal. If it doesn't work for them, all right, only two possible outcomes can come from this conversation. One is it doesn't work for them, and you're going to help them get their money back. The last thing you want on social media is a person who didn't have a good experience talking about how Beachbody just wanted their money, about how this coach, they tried Beachbody and it didn't work for them. No, you want them to get their money back if it didn't work for them. And the other opportunity, the only other outcome we will accept, if they don't get their money back, they're not happy and they don't get their money back, that's got to happen. They get their money back. The only other outcome is it works for them, and you got a walking billboard on social media going, Lindsay changed my life, Janet changed my life, Joe changed my life, whoever it is. Those are the only two. As CEO of this place, I'm asking one thing of you, and that is you make sure every conversation, every transaction only has one of these two outcomes. Because the gym isn't doing that, the juice bar isn't doing that, their diet food company isn't doing that. We do that, and we teach them life skills that can enhance the whole family. Now, I did promise you a big finish. Now that we just handled social media, what do you post on Instagram stories? Now that we handled, what if I don't have the confidence to say I'm a Beachbody? Of course you're a Beachbody, because you're an inspiration. What if they come back, what if they don't send me a message to my invite? You swipe up and you send them a message. Then you share a cart once you find out what their goals. What if they give me the price objection? That's great news. You handle it, because you're never going to be on your heels about that again, because this is worth it, because it's the one that works. Okay. So your business is now humming along. What's the big finish, Carl? What are you saying? You promised us one big thing, some little big news. The big thing is Instagram stories go away every 24 hours. It only sits there for 24 hours, which means if we're going to have these things on Instagram stories, your shake, your nutrition, and your fitness, if we're going to have them up there every day plus an invite, that means you got to do it every day, man. When's the last time you stuck with a shake, a nutrition plan, and fitness every day like you promised yourself you were going to? Never. And now you do it because you got the opportunity to join your desire to get in shape and be fit with your financial desires. And those two things come together to conspire, and your body is going to transform, man. Your energy is going to change. Your whole biology is going to change. Your outlook's going to change, because you're going to feel good about yourself, because you remind yourself, oop, I put it in my calendar. I get a reminder coming up on my phone. Post your shake, post your nutrition, post. You're now conscious about it. that thing that can, you know what, if you don't get that workout done and the day's going by and you're like, ugh, oh my God, I didn't do my workout in the morning. I'm not going to do it. No, you're going to do it now because your business is counting on it. That's what's so beautiful about this. It's like the perfect system. And look, I've got a bad shoulder and I broke a rib in January. So I've been sort of off my fitness game. But what I learned from 2B Mindset is why I'm still at my goal weight of 160. That's about where I teeter, 160. And like when I'm training hard, I might get to 157, 155. But when I creep up to 170, I know I've got a little issue. And the only wearable I need is my belt, and because I'll know that I've got a problem. Well, this has, like, 2B Mindset is this new tool in our arsenal that launches Wednesday. That's going to help people who aren't in a position to be able to work out, but otherwise you're going to help them stay accountable. You're going to help them stay accountable to the 2B Mindset system or to whatever fitness program. You can run both. Just because 2B Mindset doesn't require exercise doesn't mean you can't be running another group that is helping people exercise, because look, diet alone is not going to help your bone density. It's not going to help your posture. It's not going to help your overall circulation. You need fitness too. But we have a gateway with 2B Mindset with just nutrition, or maybe people just want to run or swim or play basketball. Cool. Now we can help you solve the nutrition program. But we have a holistic community now that people can join us regardless of whether they want to do a fitness program or not. But at the end of the day, the opportunity is outrageous, and it's people like Lindsay and so many of these inspiring coaches who, look, other things in life happens. You have babies, you get other interests, but at the end of the day, the one thing you don't give up on, regardless of whether you're doing it full-time or part-time, is I'm still going to have a healthy lifestyle. And if I'm going to have a healthy lifestyle, if I'm going to be conscious about drinking this shake, about being conscious about my food and doing my workouts, I might as well post about it, because that's going to maybe make me $1,000 a month or $1,000 a week or $1,000 a day. Why not? So why wouldn't I do that? Because it's important to all of us, because we're raising the decibel level and the visibility of these healthy behaviors. That's why you keep doing it. Even if you weren't getting paid, we need people to be doing this, because it's too easy for the other options, the chips and lethargy and video games and whatever, partying, for that to be the social media story. Isn't it refreshing to see fitness and nutrition and healthy choices be a part of what's visible to us on social media? That's what we are. That's what's so powerful about this. That's why I want this to double every year, at least. So we got to get to work. And it starts, I don't know what you have planned after me, but it starts with everybody getting on Instagram stories and doing that invitation. You still got time left in April. You still got time left to take advantage and take advantage of the special that we have on bars. I think you save 20% or 10% on the bars. If you sell a challenge pack, they can get the bars, Beach Bar, in their pack. There's still a special on Summit. April's not over. Get inviting people, even if it's just to load what we call the top of the funnel to get prepared for the big launch of 2B Mindset, and make sure that you yourself are aware of what 2B Mindset is. Get in this exclusive coach test group, because you're a part of the solution. You got to be a professional about this. If you want to make money doing this, you have to be all the way in. And it's not like a college education where you're going to end up the 4 years with $200,000 in debt. You're going to end up the 4 years making money. You're going to end up the 4 months. You're going to be making cash flow if you approach it with the commitment that you would still put if you were investing $200,000 in a college education. You got to do the work. You got to put up the couple $100 for the product to get visibility in it, so that then you can share it. And the bottom line is, we know it's worth it, because the products are high quality and they help people. And we're seeing that it's like outrageous what's happening with 2B Mindset, 80-Day Obsession, and what's about to happen with Lift 4 and Mes de Mas. So That's what I would do, Lindsay. I'd be like on Instagram like a fiend. I'd be working out, or, you know, with the broken rib and the shoulder problem, I'd be modifying to what I can do and showing people that I can do it and being honest about what I can or can't do. And then I would attract people to me that had the same predicament as me, because with 300 million people, I guarantee you there's 1 million people out there who might have upper body issues that can't do an upper body workout that would love to follow along with a lower body guy. That's what I would be. So like the point is, and this is all, I'll just shut up now, is you got to do it. Like, this is a great call. It's awesome that you're doing personal development, but you are a hero just for being on this call right now. Now take it to the next level. Being a superhero, sitting in your superhero costume in front of the computer is not enough. You got to get out there. The bat signal is in the air, it's in the sky, and we need you to put it out there and invite people to your challenge groups. And that's the catalyst that makes everything happen and truly helps people. And that's what this is about.
So I just want to say, I love what you said about, one, using the Insta stories as your accountability, because you're right. It's every 24 hours and people are going to see if you're consistent with it or not. And you can see, you can feel it yourself that, okay, I haven't posted about that in a long time. And then I also loved what you just said at the end, like using your story, whatever your situation is right now. You know, Bonnie, for example, we're both super pregnant right now. We have different limitations. I'm a high risk pregnancy. She's not. And so we've been able to share our pregnancies in different ways. And obviously most people could use that as their excuse, but we can use it as a way to connect with people that are in a similar life experience with us. And the same thing is going to happen as we transition out. You know, I'm going to have a C-section and she's not going to have a C-section. So her time to get back in shape and to start working out is going to be shorter than mine. And so we're going to have different plans. Who do you think we're going to connect with? I'm going to connect with the people, the women that I had been connecting with my entire pregnancy who also have a similar situation. I have to wait a little bit longer. We're going to be doing ultimate reset modifications and those kind of things, and 2D mindset. Bonnie can do ultimate reset one round and then go right into working out. And so you use your story to be able to capture those people very naturally and authentically that are at a similar place as you. And that's what makes it so fun. And to begin with, is that you're actually helping people through the struggle that you're going through currently too. And it holds you accountable, because let me tell you, I have been through back-to-back pregnancies now for I feel like I've been pregnant for 3 years. I was not pregnant ever. And then now I've been pregnant for 3 years. And it's been the best accountability that I could possibly have, in the fact that I have to do them back to back and stay in shape and get back in shape afterwards. Not because a lot of people are watching, but because I know it's what's best and it's what's going to inspire a lot of people. And that's what I want to do. So whatever you are going through, whether before this, Becka was talking about how she had struggled with the yo-yoing of doing these programs and then falling off when she was in between programs, and how 2D Mindset has shifted that for her. I've heard so many people from 2D Mindset that have dealt with eating disorders and bad issues with food that are able to now really focus on fixing and solving that problem. They're going to speak to the same people out there that have that similar issue, and they're going to connect with them on a deeper level, not because they're perfect, but because they were flawed and they were willing to be open about that journey. So when you said the whole thing about, are you a Beachbody? All of you guys have your unique struggles and stories for a specific reason. And I think one thing I hear people all the time say is, I just don't know how to connect with, I don't know how to find people. And it's like, you're looking for you. So look at your struggles, look at your lifestyle where you're at right now, and look at where you want to be. And you connect through hashtags, finding those people through that. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm looking hashtag 32 weeks pregnant, hashtag third trimester, hashtag, all the things that relate to where I'm at in life right now. And that's where I'm connected with those people. So anyway, Carl, thank you so, so much. I took notes. 55% conversion rate on ShareCart. That's insane. That is so amazing to know. And guys, use that percentage to your advantage by sending more links out. I mean, that to me was what?
Yeah.
Wow. And if you don't know how to use ShareCart, one, I'm happy to share with you. I know I've created a bunch of videos, but all you have to do after this call, we're already on YouTube. Just type in how to use Team Beachbody ShareCart. Bam, it's there. It's so, so simple, and it does make the process easier on us. It's foolproof for creating a tracking system for the people that you've actually sent the link out to. And then 2, it makes it easier on your customer because they don't have to search for what they're looking, for on the website. They get everything sent to them exactly how they want it, which Shakeology flavor they wanted, if they wanted the combo pack with the vanilla and the chocolate, whatever, you already have that done for them. And it makes it just send and they're good. So,
and they can still tweak it. They can add stuff, they can take stuff, they can change, but they don't have to go searching. You don't have to worry about them Googling and then coming back through the back door or finding another coach or whatever. They will be connected to you it's like a direct connection into the cart. It makes everything foolproof and makes it really simple for them to get signed up. And, like, I don't know any baseball player who wouldn't take a batting average of 550. And that's what 55% conversion rate. Like that. It's just crazy. But, look, the people who are using it, you've got to have permission. You want to have permission to send that cart so that it's not going to a cold lead. It's going to somebody you've got a conversation with. But it just gets you over, like, how many conversations have we had with people and they just disappear? You have no tether to them. But sending that share a card gives you something to follow up on rather than just nagging them. Did you go yet? Did you go yet? Did you buy yet? Did you buy yet? But no. Hey, I noticed, because you can see who bought and who didn't.
Yeah.
And you can say, hey, I noticed you haven't bought yet. I wanted to make sure you knew about the special happening this month, for instance, that I wanted to make sure you got it. So we've only got 2 days left in the beach bar special if you wanted to have the afternoon snacks along with your program. So, like, you can use these things to your advantage, but they, you only connect with the pitches that you swing at. So that's why you need to use that tool. Okay, I've got to get to another thing. Run a little bit behind, but this has been great. Let's do it again, and just keep up the good work. And I hope that you said you're 32 weeks. How many weeks do you have? Like 80? How many weeks?
I have 5 weeks to go.
All right. Well,
I'm done. I'm done after that. So we'll be good. New audience.
Wait a minute. You naming this baby Carl?
No, Carl was taken.
Okay. Well, you're not done then. You got to have one more.
All right, Carl. All right. Well, thank you so much for being on. I appreciate it. And like I said, I had takeaways myself, so I know that they did as well. And we
awesome.
Look forward to seeing you here soon.
Thanks, Lindsay.
All right. Bye.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that sums it up for our call. I hope that you learned amazing things about 2B Mindset from Becka. Obviously, we've all got to go in and jump in. I'm personally, even though I'm pregnant, I'm going to jump into learning this system and apply it where I can. Where I can't, I won't. But I think it's an awesome opportunity. It's almost like our gateway, to getting people who maybe aren't ready to work out, to work out full time or to even work out at all, and get them into our community, get them loved on and built up, and that will lead them into being able to start to do the workout side of things or become a coach themselves and be able to pay that blessing forward. I really think that it's a niche that we haven't really been able to serve at this point. And I think it's something that could be really, really huge, but we have to be the ones that are the advocates sharing what it's all about and living it. And so I hope that many of you guys are going to jump all in, have that be the thing that you're following for the next little bit until Lift comes out later this summer. And I just appreciate you all getting on. I know it's the middle of the day, kind of a weird time this week. And we also have a weird time next week. We have a special guest call from Rachel Hollis. If you haven't read Girl Wash Your Face or listened to it on audio, because the audio is her, which is like my thing. I like the author to read, and she does, and she does an amazing job. I was able to get through it while doing my makeup for like 3 days, and I was done with the book. It's an incredible book. Anyway, she's going to come on and share with us just some of her takeaways. I actually sent her some questions about if she was in her shoes, how she might go about a business like this. So I'd be interested to see her answers to those, and I hope to see you guys back on at 3 p.m. Eastern next Monday, the 7th. All right. See you guys soon. He said 4 o'clock invite, so let's get on it.